And Pompeo joins me now. Wow. Confession time. Watched the whole thing yesterday. I had to watch all of it.
Thank you
because
so
I'm so
much.
lucky in this job. I get to see things before they come out. So different, obviously, from what you've been doing. Was that obviously the story attracted you, but the part is so very different from what we would associate you with?
Yes, for sure the character was attractive to me because it's so completely different from what I've been doing for so long.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a remarkable story, though, as well. I mean, it's good. And what I like about it is it's told from all the different perspectives.
Precisely.
So we get your character, the mother's character, but we also get it from the little girl's point of view as well.
Right, and I think what's interesting about a story like this is, you know, there was a docuseries that was very popular in the States.
Yeah.
And what was remarkable about it was, depending on who you asked, everybody had a different opinion as to who they thought was the sort of bad guy.
Sure.
And so we really wanted, I think that was the reason to tell this story, was we all have such different opinions.
Yeah.
We all can watch the same exact thing, with the same exact chain of events, and we come away thinking completely different things. And why is that? Why do we judge people? Why do we hold the beliefs we hold? Some of it is the way we were raised. Some of it is things that have happened to us. But our lives color our choices and our beliefs.
That's very true.
And I think that our series is asking the audience to look inside and ask yourself, why do we believe the things we believe? And then we shift.
It's so interesting because when you watch the first 1 or 2 or 3 episodes, you're absolutely on the side of this mother. In fact, you think, oh, she's a demon, you know, and she calls her a monster at one point. Then you see it from the child's perspective or the young girl's perspective, and it's completely different.
Yes.
Fascinating. Such a good way to do it.
Yeah. And Imogen Faith Reid, who is from the UK.
I had no idea when I watched her that she was British. That accent was spot on, wasn't it?
Yes, and she wasn't. So Imogen, this is her first speaking role ever.
Wow.
You know, she wasn't speaking in her native tongue. She wasn't living in her native country. Natalia's, Imogen's form of dwarfism is different than Natalia Grace's form of dwarfism. So Imogen had to adopt she worked with a movement coach because it was very important for her to represent that in an authentic way, but not imitate it and be, you know, again, authentic about it. So she was taking on so much, not to mention the emotional toll of playing this character. So I can't say enough about Imogen because this show would not have worked without her. And she was signed on before I was. And it was my meeting her that convinced me that with her, we can pull this off.
Yeah.
And this story was very important for her to tell. And I'm just so proud to be in it with her. And she's done incredible work with this show.
Oh, she's amazing. You hear her voice at the very, very, very end. You actually hear her when you know when they do all the summing up at the end.
Yes.
But you still, I mean, I'm still kind of not quite sure where I am with this. You know, was she an older girl? Was she a young? It's grey, but then so's life, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. I mean, we do have the facts of the case now.
Yes.
You know, we do know that her age has been changed back to the age she claimed she was. Her age has been changed even on her passport.
Right.
Everywhere except in the state of Indiana, which is where this took place.
Yeah.
But
it does also shine a light on those adoption agencies.
It does.
Who are frightening in the way that they can just get children in and basically sell them in some ways, if you want to put it so bluntly.
Yeah, and then in this case, they closed up shop quite quickly after. And so then when my character goes to ask questions, she can't get any answers because they've closed up shop.
Yeah.
And why is that? And then she hears from other people that they've had, you know, horror stories about things that have happened. Yeah. So, yeah, we're examining a lot of things.
There is a lot going on there. And again, I just feel lucky that I've got to see it before everyone else, because everyone else is going to have to wait until May before they do. You're a real pioneer in so many ways. You know, when you think about it, you're a real pioneer for equal rights for women, equal pay for women, all of these things. And that is something I bet that an awful lot of actresses would say to you, thank you. Thank you for actually taking a stand, because that's a brave thing to do.
Thank you.
No, it really is. It's a smashing thing to do. And like we said, with Grey's Anatomy, thank you for getting me through the COVID. Thank you so much. You're not away. We can still hear you, and you're still going to... You can't let go of that, can you? It's
No.
such a huge part of your life.
Well, I do I did 7 episodes this season,
Good.
and I do the voiceover. And so I do a few episodes.
Yeah,
yes.
It wouldn't be the same without you. It wouldn't be the same without you. 1 billion hours of streaming. That's almost hard to imagine, isn't it? The amount of eyes that are fixed on that show.
Right.
Extraordinary.
Yes, it's extraordinary. And I think streaming has a lot to do with that people have access now to continue to watch things.
Which is great. And also, fans come up and say, thank you very much, I am now a doctor.
Yes, they do. They do. It's inspired generations of people have gone into healthcare.
Oh, it's very, very good. It's so good to see you as quite a flinty character. You know, this woman who has adopted this child and also thinks that she's... I don't know what it is about her. She's an interesting one, isn't she? Because it's like she's almost got this sort of saviour complex, you know, she has to look after children, but to make her look better, in a sense. You know, it's very complicated.
And I think that that happens a lot. I think that people are very self-serving and they do things, they can tell themselves they're doing something because they're a good person. And she's, you know, a Christian. And so she's, under the guise of that, she's doing things for other people. But there's a lot about it that's completely self-serving, obviously. And also her choices in this and her personality and who she is colored by her past experience. She had a neurodivergent son who, you know, 50 doctors had told her that he'll never sing happy birthday, he'll never be a typical child. And she knew more than all the doctors about her own son. And he ended up being nominated for a Nobel Prize. I
mean, it's incredible. There's a lot to admire about her, but at the same time, you've made her, well, a little bit repellent, and that's good because you know we doubt her, if you know what I mean.
Right, and there's also something, you know, she wasn't able to sort of accept what she had done with any humility. She accepted what she had done and then carried on in a way with her ego first and thought she was better than everybody because of it. Which, you know, the key to sort of success and attention and notoriety is to remain humble through it.
Exactly.
Because if you let it change who you are, then it will ultimately ruin you.
It's fascinating. I cannot recommend it enough, but thank you so much.
Thank you, Lorraine.
For coming in. I really appreciate it. And you can see it in May on Disney Plus. Right.